Hello and welcome to the Triangle. David Huffman, Israel Rivera, TJ Hopkins.
How you
I'm
doing,
glad you feel a little
sirs?
bit better this time. We couldn't have you here last week. How are you feeling?
A lot better.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, man.
That's good. Yep.
Glad to hear that.
More
Mm,
tests
happy to
coming,
have you back.
but it is what it is.
That's what's up, dude. That's
We're happy
awesome.
we're happy to have you back, man.
So the NFL draft has been going on. There's actually going on right now as we speak. And the first 3 rounds were yesterday and the day before. So for you, who had the best draft so far, in your opinion?
Yes, you can go first.
It's hard for me to tell. I gotta look at all 7 rounds, but
So far, if you could pick one team that you thought really stood out and
My
made a good.
opinion, Houston.
Houston?
Those like these first, especially the first 2 rounds, like they
got Will
they
Fuller
won.
and they got Braxton
They won.
Miller.
You get Will Fuller, you get Braxton Miller, and then you boost up your defense a little bit because J.J. Watts, he's played with injuries
Yeah.
practically his entire career, and you got Jadeveon Clowney, who hopefully can stay injury-free this year.
We'll
And,
see about
you,
that.
You pretty much just get if you pretty much just get those 2 guys healthy and you get them some help, Houston gonna be nasty. And it's like
Man, they're probably the best team in that division. Like, I mean, whatever you want to say about the Colts.
Okay.
I mean, the
and
Colts
whatever you
are.
want to say about Jacksonville and their rebuilding process.
I'm probably and then speaking of that, I'm probably gonna
think-
go with Jacksonville.
I think that's I think they had the best
Jacksonville's
draft.
having
That's
a great
fair.
draft, and second to them is the Buccaneers. Because
I hate what the Buccaneers did.
No,
I know
love
I
what
think
they
it's
did.
great that they got that, like the extra pick from the Bears to get, Hargraves, but trading up to get the kicker, trading up to get the kicker in the second round.
To
That
get the
is
kicker, okay, no,
so irresponsible.
I'm not even talking about that pick, but I'm going to talk about Jacksonville. They got Jalen Ramsey,
Mm-hmm.
who was projected like on the top of everybody's draft board.
he was number 1 on
Number
He's
one
got
on
some question marks in his game.
He's got
though.
question marks
'Cause
only because he's not in college. He only had like 3 interceptions.
He doesn't have I don't think he's a natural corner. I don't think he can play safety.
But he's long. He's a press corner. He's day one. This is what you're gonna do, Jalen Ramsey. You're gonna go against one of the best wide receivers. You're gonna play press, and you're gonna do pass deflections, and you're gonna hope for the best that your safeties get a pick, because that's what he's gonna do. He's a guy that is, he's like a Richard Sherman type of player.
Richard Sherman picks the ball.
Yeah, but see, he's
but
got long arms.
he
He
does
got
have
pass
long arms.
deflections.
I know he's
and
got
a
all
great
the
tackler.
I know he's got all the
Athlete.
intangibles, but also you got to think about they're also getting Dante Fowler back. Which
Yes.
is basically like getting another first
But
round
then
pick.
they got Miles Jack.
Miles Jack.
Then they got Miles Jack.
Even
that
if he doesn't
second
play
round
this
pick.
season, even if he doesn't play this
He's
season,
gonna be
you
a
can
stud
bench him for
linebacker.
him.
But
Yes.
Miles,
Play a lot of-
the only reason
running
Miles
back.
Jack.
Oh, stop it.
He can play running back. I mean, he's played running back.
They don't need him to play running back.
I know. But
Chris
he's
Ivory,
played running back. He's played tight end in college. He's an all-around player.
The only reason Miles Jack really slipped to the second round was because of the injury.
I think he's going to need microfracture
Like
surgery.
Miles Jack was before the injury. Miles Jack was a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Easily.
You can make the same thing with when we talk about Jalen Smith. We might have to see
Yeah.
him finally get picked by the Cowboys. Like such a good kid. Like you hear a lot of stories about him being a really good kid, and like he finally gets picked, and like because he had that horrible injury. You watch the video of it, it's real nasty on the
Yeah,
internet.
now let me-
It's pretty terrible. And then you see him get picked, and like you feel good for those guys. Like
Yeah, Jalen Smith, yeah.
they deserve to get picked. Like they work hard. Like they have one freak injury, and all of a sudden their career's over. That doesn't seem fair to me at all.
Yeah. But let's hope that he doesn't, like he doesn't end up like Marcus Lattimore, from South Carolina.
I don't think it's the same situation.
I know, but I mean, I feel so.
When I
Marcus
heard that- when I
Lattimore
heard
was
the
going to be
news-
a stud pro
When I
prospect.
hear like the nerve stuff, when I hear about the Jalen Smith thing, when I heard he's got like nerve damage, like that kind of tweaks me out a little bit. Like it makes me nervous. Like
It
I
hurts
feel
you.
bad for that kid.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel bad for him
My
too.
my feel good
Long
story.
term.
My feel good story of the draft was when the Raiders selected Jahad Ward, the DN from Illinois, because like kid
Yeah.
grew up in New York, and this was someone who had to walk 7 blocks to a storage unit just to get his football gear, and walk another 7 blocks to a baseball or soccer field just to practice.
Yeah, that's
when he-
a
when
lot
he
of sports
first-
in New York though. TJ.
when he first went to
sports
U of
in
I,
New York is like that.
he was
yeah.
academically ineligible because his grades weren't good enough.
Yeah,
and
football
now
in New York is not that big.
and now he is in the NFL.
Yeah.
Right?
Like you feel
That's-
good for guys like that. Like this is like those stories you love to hear about the NFL. Like these guys that came from nothing, who like got into the NFL, like started playing football and then like got careers out of it. They're gonna be able to revolutionize their whole family because of this stuff. Like they're able to go to the NFL and make some money and like get good stuff for their family and take their family good places.
The Bucks got
Like, it's
Hargraves and they got Noah Spence. I think
I love
they're
Noah
second.
Spence, man.
I think they're second tier to Jacksonville being like having the best draft so far.
I just can't.
because
I,
Vernon Hargraves is gonna be a good corner in the league, a true cornerback, and then you got Noah Spence, and you pair him up with Levante David,
Yeah, they
and
got Joe
you're
McCoy.
building up your defense. You're building up that defense.
I'm
and
not
I
gonna
like it.
disagree
They're
with you. I
getting
think those
younger.
two picks were solid by Tampa Bay, but I think that kicker pick,
The kicker
like
pick-
trading up to get the kicker doesn't make any sense.
He's a
Like,
stud kicker.
I understand.
He
but
is
I
going to be a
understand.
stud kicker. He's like a Gary Anderson type of guy. He's a
not-
Sebastian Janikowski type of pick.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like you could have gotten him
There's
way
a
later.
reason why they
you could have gotten
picked-
him way later.
There's a reason, no.
Nobody was taking a kicker.
There's a reason
They're not
why
drafting
they
kickers in the NFL
there's a
draft. Like this
reason
is not
why they
happening.
picked him in the second round because he's a stud kicker, and he's definitely on every
He's
kickoff.
not Seabass good.
He might be.
He might be. They won a national championship. He won a national championship. So, you know, maybe
He did-
see,
he
I
did-
think
he did- he
Seabass
did.
might have won a national championship too.
He didn't win it by himself.
I think Seabass might have won.
He-
I know that. I
he
know
only
that.
had to get out there and
But
kick
still,
a
he's
couple.
on a national championship team, so you know, and so he's clutch. He's played in big moments. He's big kicks, and on the kickoffs, I mean, he's gonna be kicking that thing out the end zone every
No,
time.
he said that his skill is that he's going to be able to kick it like in between the goal end zone, like the end zone and the 20 every single time. Like he knows a way to pooch kick it so it lands in that zone every single time. He doesn't know, like he won't kick it through the back of the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
He
this
talks
kid.
about
This-
like all this stuff he can do with the football. Like,
exactly, and that's why you go get him.
But,
Field
but they
position
have,
is
they have
big.
people like this. Like they already had like Legatron. They had Legatron, and like he was supposed to be like the next big thing, and like he's like not that
Who's
great of a
that?
kicker.
Who's
Who's
Legatron?
Legatron?
It's the guy on St. Louis. I can't remember his
Greg
name.
the Leg Zerline?
Yeah,
Oh,
they call him
Zerline?
Legatron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all,
Greg
I love the pick because even if he can get you good field position, it's the three phases of the game. You got offense, defense, special teams. Special teams is the most overlooked aspect in the game of football. And if you got a guy who can always pin your offense in the 15 to goal line
Yeah, but
situation,
he doesn't punt. He's not a punter. Like
Yeah.
I don't agree with taking him where they took him. Like I think he's a fine player, probably a good kicker, but taking him where they took him, it just seems irresponsible. When you have other holes in your team,
especially
that,
when
when
you
you have
have
other
other
holes,
holes,
you have other holes. Like you can address kicker, like you can sign somebody, you can draft somebody later.
Like your defense isn't the best.
Their offense isn't that good either. They can use it like they can use it like an offensive
Hey,
lineman. They can
if
use
he
a bunch of stuff.
If he could kick 50 yards down the middle and get you 3 points in a pressure situation, I'm getting him.
But 3 points don't stop. But 3 points don't help you score touchdowns. Like
They,
3 points help
they
you in
need
close
safety help. They
situations.
need corner. Like they need help
need
like all
help.
over all of their defense.
They need
and
help.
they trade up to get this kicker. Like it just doesn't seem to make any sense.
who's their coach? Does Tampa Bay even have a coach?
It's not Lovie Smith. It's
No,
Kirk,
he's
Kirk
gone.
Cutter. Is their quarterback. They fired Lovie Smith because they were afraid of losing Kirk Cutter.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Come on, really? I just like how Rex Ryan doing Rex Ryan things, and
Lawson.
that being said, boasting up his defense, and he's just like, forget our offense. We have our deep like that. He's like the moniker of defense wins championships.
Well, yeah, but you lose Mario Williams and you replace him with Shaq Lawson, who could arguably be as good as Mario Williams, like right off the bat. Like he's as talented as Mario Williams
with,
is
like-
at this point in his career, at least.
and like
Yeah, linebacker. He loves linebackers. So
and Shaq,
I know, I mean,
Shaq
not-
Lawson being the DN, like he has, some red flags, like injury red flags, like
Yeah.
no off the field issues, but it's like I saw a couple mock drafts where the Bears were gonna take Shaq Lawson, but
I'm happy with who we got, Leonard Floyd. I mean,
I'm happy with who we got.
I don't think we should have traded up to try to get him, but it is what it is.
I mean, like I think the only reason they traded up to get him because like he was their guy, and with the Giants,
I would've let the Giants
with
take
the
him.
Giants sitting at 10, they
Well,
would. I honestly believe
But they
they
just
would've
spent a
taken
bunch
him.
of money on
what
that.
about
those
that Reggie
positions, like-
Ragland? That's what I was saying. Linebacker.
Yeah, and
Buffalo Bills,
Buffalo
that's
got
what I'm
Reggie
saying.
Ragland, so it's like
That's-
Yeah,
I think that guy
that's
should have
what
been a
I'm
Packer,
saying. You got a linebacker. He loves linebackers.
in my opinion.
should have been.
So, worst draft in your opinion?
Worst draft.
Ooh, worst draft. Man, because I haven't gone through the complete
can I
second
go?
and third
Can I
round.
go?
Yeah, go
Can I
ahead, TJ.
The
That's
Jets taking Christian Hackenberg.
No way, dude. I'm not doing this right now. Like, we can talk about this like for worst or best pick.
Yes.
Chris Hackenberg is going to be good.
No.
Yes, he is,
No,
dude.
he's
He's
not.
going to be good. He has all the intangibles. He's
No,
got
he
the arm strength.
doesn't.
He's got the mobility.
No, he
He's
doesn't.
got the vision, and he
He's
can make
not-
audibles at the line. He ran a
he's-
pro-style system.
He's
He
not,
ran a pro-style offense.
He's not better than Connor
I think you
Yes,
can pick a
he
little bit
is.
better
He's
than.
not.
Yes, he is. When big picture, when
Connor Cook went 34 and 5 as a starter.
Yeah, but look at what he had around him. He had a much better team around him.
What,
Christian
34?
Hackenberg had nothing around him,
and
and
that-
they had the scholarship losses because of the Nittany Lions stuff, and they
that's
had
and that's Connor Cook's fault that Penn State can't recruit.
they can recruit. They're not as good as Michigan State.
Oh, but
Are you saying Christian Hackenberg got killed for 2 years? Like you saw him
So?
get killed,
so
and he stood up there and got up every single time. He
So?
played hard.
so He's not better than Connor
Yes, he
Cook.
is.
No, he's not.
In 5 years, he will be a better player.
No, he will not.
Yes, he will be.
No, he won't.
We won't even be like Connor
Connor
Cook
Cook-
will be an afterthought.
Hackenberg might be a bust.
He's not going to be a bust.
He has to beat out Bryce Petty for the starting job.
No, he don't.
That's what we're going at. Yes.
He's
yes, he
got-
does.
that's funny.
Fitzmagic is going to.
He has to-
Fitzmagic is going to end up there.
Look, he has to come. He has to
Fitzmagic
compete.
doesn't want to come back.
He doesn't want to come back because they're not trying. Like
They're not trying to pay him. They don't
They're not trying
respect
to
him.
pay him. He has to compete with Bryce Petty and Geno Smith for the
He
starting
can-
job.
Geno
of
Smith.
He's a
the
much
New York
better
Jets.
player than both of those guys.
He,
I
has-
mean, he might be a better player than both of those guys combined.
He might be like he has to beat out Bryce Petty for the starting job of the New York Jets.
What do you,
Really?
like, I don't understand why you keep bringing Bryce
Really?
Petty up. Like, he's a
Because
backup.
because a year ago we were ripping the Raven about Bryce Petty. Like we honestly were.
Yeah,
But
so he's
he's
all right.
not-
He's a project. He's not doing.
He's not better than Connor Cook. The fact that Connor Cook went in the 4th round to the Raiders absolutely disgusts me.
Never going to play.
This is like, and Oakland wonders why they haven't been back to the Super Bowl since like 2001.
It has nothing to do with that pick. It has nothing, they needed a
Draft
backup.
pick
They
decisions.
needed a backup quarterback.
It's
How can you hate on
decisions.
that?
It's draft pick decisions.
And they didn't have as many holes as they didn't have as many holes as like they had before. They needed a backup quarterback. They didn't have anybody else. They have like Bruce Gronkowski as their backup quarterback right now. You can't win championships with that guy as your backup quarterback. Like what if Derek Carr gets hurt? You're screwed. At least now you have a Connor Cook, a guy who's like can kind of play and like ready to go.
Like,
He's probably the most NFL ready today.
He's the most NFL ready, but you just
Chris
said
Hackenberg's a
you
better
just said
player.
Hackenberg's a better. That makes
Yeah.
zero sense.
He's a better player.
He's not.
He is.
Flip it.
I think I don't know if the 49ers are having the worst draft per se, but
I
I think
absolutely agree with you.
I think I think that they're having a pretty terrible draft in terms of moving up and they're going to get a guy, Joshua Garnett, who wasn't even
Kelly.
the best guard
position, yeah,
at his
he's not even-
position.
We should just
I mean,
call
there were
the-
guys better than him
we should just
at
call
his
the
position.
49ers the
Like
Pac-12
even a
49ers.
Jermaine, the guy that the Seahawks drafted, Jermaine Ifedi, he's better than Josh Garnett.
And he plays the offensive tackle.
Yeah, and he
Like
plays
a much
tackle.
better
What
position.
are you gonna do with a guard? You know,
Like especially
He's
that,
not even a stud guard.
especially trade up to get him. Like
And
if
then
you're
he
gonna
has-
trade up, like what's
he has pass blocking
I mean,
issues.
like,
And
the-
so I thought they were gonna move up to get Miles
I mean,
Jack.
the one
what are they
pick.
gonna move up to get a quarterback?
The
Maybe
one-
like
something, yeah.
something like
Something. yeah.
The one pick that
They-
the one
yeah.
pick that kind of makes sense to me for the 49ers is getting DeForest Buckner.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It, like it
yeah,
makes.
okay.
I mean, like don't get me wrong. Like the guy that's like even if he doesn't get to the quarterback, like he can impede vision because he's 6'7", long
They also
arms.
got the other guy from Oregon last year.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name right now, but
He's
but
other
it's like
defensive end.
it's
They
like
play
like
together.
like when DeForest Buckner gets pressured, like he's good. But like I saw a
This-
video
this
of
is
him
the problem.
just getting
Like,
mauled.
Chip Kelly just is obsessed with Oregon players. Like
not
he
just
just,
his Oregon
Not
guys.
just Oregon players, Pac-12 players.
But,
of
like,
his
of
20
course-
of his 22 picks as a head coach, 10 have been from the Pac-12.
and how many of those have been from Oregon? I bet like half of those. Like he just like he doesn't want to like. I just don't understand like why he takes these guys
I
sometimes.
don't understand why he got a job so quick.
I understand.
I don't
why.
understand. I don't understand why he still has a job.
If he fizzles out here though, he's,
I don't understand why
he's
he's
gonna go back
still
to college
is
where
an
he
NFL.
belongs.
I don't know why he's still a professional coach, especially dealing with the situation that he dealt with in Philadelphia. You clearly saw Riley Cooper saying racial slurs to African American person on video, but yet you got rid of LaShawn McCoy. Yet you got rid of
Deshaun
Deshaun Jackson. Yet you got rid of you
Jeremy
didn't
Maclin.
re-sign Jeremy Maclin,
I think
and you
that-
kept Riley
Jeremy
Cooper.
Maclin is a little unfair.
I mean, I think he just dealt with those situations bad.
Riley Cooper had like one slip up. Like you're supposed to cost him for the rest of his life.
Social media.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, that's why you don't post things. You don't like
He
let
didn't
yourself.
post it.
You don't let yourself be put in that situation as a pro athlete. Like you gotta be more responsible than that.
Yeah.
And so then we're gonna go over to I guess the most head scratching pick for you. Which one was your most head scratching?
I go with the Josh Garnett pick.
I can't even.
Yeah.
I can't understand.
I can't
why
scratch
they
my
do
head.
it.
I can't bring my head around that.
Why
one.
did they do it? They could have taken Whitehair.
And
Like
the
if
second
they
round
wanted a
pick,
guard. Like
you're right, Huff, about the kicker. You don't you definitely. Yeah, I mean, I could sit on here. And explain why this kicker is great and awesome. You don't get kickers in the second round.
like
You don't get kickers in the
it's
second
like
round.
fantasy football. You don't take the kicker till the last round.
Yeah, you
Like-
don't.
like,
I mean, yeah, not even fantasy football. They pick kickers that early. I mean, you don't pick kickers in the second round.
Like you know when you're in a fantasy football draft and somebody picks their kicker not in the last round,
think
you laugh at them.
I
You're
think
like,
the
oh,
last
he's done.
kicker to get picked that high was Sebastian Janikowski.
Mike Nugent.
Was it Mike Nugent
Mike
from Ohio
Nugent,
State? Okay.
2004.
Yeah. Well, those guys were, I guess, can't miss prospects.
in.
at the
Mike
kicker.
Nugent has been a very good kicker in the league, but Sebastian Janikowski,
Is
first round pick.
he's
Not a Hall of Famer.
I don't know
please,
if he's a Hall of
please
Famer.
stop it.
Leave it.
No.
But yeah, you don't get kickers in the second round.
About rated draft decisions. You picked a kicker in the first round.
Yeah, but it's-
has that ever that's the first and only time that's ever been done.
You
in
don't
my
get
life.
kickers
And
in
I
the
know
second
they
round.
missed on a bunch of other receivers like those like Al Davis fast guys and like Jamarcus Russell, who
There's guys
Wants
from
another shot at the NFL, but
he said he played for free and nobody
He
wants
did
to call
say.
him.
there's a school out there, Southern Utah State or something that has like 3 guys that already been picked already. I've never even heard of this team.
Are you talking about Utah State, the linebackers?
It's like Southern Utah Valley State from like the FCS.
that's weird.
No,
I mean,
And they're
They-
guys are getting picked in the 3rd and 4th round off their team.
Over-
I've never
over-
heard of this team.
Over people from NIU who play like it.
I've never heard of this team. I just
FC
don't get it.
The FCS guy, Carson Wentz, FCS dude.
Carson Wentz is gonna be big time.
Jimmy Garoppolo, FCS dude.
Yeah, no doubt. The
Right.
FCS, they got guys that got talent. I mean, look at Noah Spence. He was
was at Ohio
at the Big
State.
Ten. I know he was in the Big Ten. He's all Big Ten, but then he got dismissed and he went to an FCS team and
He's from Ohio State. Just because he got thrown off the team doesn't mean he's not like on Ohio.
he
Like,
got drafted
Yeah.
from Eastern Kentucky.
yeah,
sir,
because he
if
got
I'm looking
thrown
at
out
it.
of Ohio State.
I understand that, but it's still Eastern Kentucky, and it's an FCS program.
It's a FC.
That Josh Gardner pick, like I just
Yeah, that
can't. I can't understand. Like,
We don't
why do you
understand
trade
that.
up? You trade up and you just get him. Like,
I mean, even
that's
I
what you
mean.
get. You end up.
There's so many guys, there's so many other players that they could have went and traded up to get. Reggie Ragland's better, Noah Spence.
They
I
could've
mean,
put
you
Reggie
needed a
Ragland.
linebacker. You needed a linebacker. You don't need a guard. I mean, come on.
It doesn't get any more head scratching than taking a kicker this early in the draft, especially when you have so many holes on your team that that has to be addressed.
Well,
It's
what
like
about the Jets getting Christian Hackenberg
Whoa.
too?
Yes.
What about the
Whoa.
Jets getting Christian
Yes.
Hackenberg? This is why
What's
I
with
say
all the Hackenberg hate?
because Hackenberg
not
has happy
good.
feet, and
He's
like the
good.
first year
He
under
will
Bill
be.
Bryan,
He's
was
gonna be good.
He had Allen Robinson and those guys, and he was
And-
good.
and
then
offensive
his
line.
last 2 years, he
Got-
ran like a chicken with his head cut off, and that does something. I look at his confidence, and I think with this guy coming to the league with happy feet in the pocket, throwing the people with happy feet in the pocket in the professional level throw a lot of interceptions. A lot of interceptions.
And can you imagine if he is the day one starter for the Jets and Rex Ryan sees a rookie quarterback?
Oh, he's gonna eat him up.
And you just
but-
drafted a Shaq Lawson, and you have a Marcel Darius who's one of the
Listen,
best
listen.
DCs.
I don't think
in
Brandon
the-
Marshall's too happy about this.
I'm
pick.
not either. I wouldn't be either.
Listen.
I would just pay my man.
Connor Cook is a better quarterback.
I would just
No, Christian Hackenberg is
Shake
a
my
better
hand.
player.
Thank you.
Connor Cook.
Connor
is a better
Kirk might be
quarterback.
ready to play, more ready to play today, but Christian Hackenberg is a better player. He has a bigger arm.
I-
He's got more of the intangibles, and
He
he
does not have a
and-
bigger arm.
I think
He does.
Connor Cook.
Yes,
is
he does.
I think Connor Cook is not getting enough credit
not.
for his play.
This is
not
the thing that bothers me, like Connor Kirk thing. I don't think why people are making such a big deal out of this not a captain thing. Like people are making a big deal of the fact that he wasn't a captain.
the
in
lack of
Michigan.
cap-
Yeah, like he was
They
the
legit-
reason people are passing on him because he wasn't
They
a captain in
legit
college.
attributed that to his drop in the draft. Like, he wasn't a captain. So
So what? Like what does that mean? Like he's not a.
your point.
He doesn't deserve to play in the NFL because he weren't a captain in
He
college.
still went 34-5 as a starter. He won a Rose Bowl, which is the granddaddy of them all.
I
Like,
see. I don't.
And he
then
played in big games and
he
won big
played-
moments.
he
Like
upset Ohio State.
Connor Cook. Yeah, I mean, Cody Kessler got picked before Connor Cook. Come on.
but Cody Kessler was like highly like
Christian
recruited.
Hackenberg
when
got
he-
picked. I mean, Connor Cook took his team to the
Connor
Final Four. of the
Christian
college
Hackenberg is going to
football.
be a good player.
You know.
All right, so we're going to switch over to the best pick.
Like,
I love the Robert Kingici pick.
I was gonna.
Oh yeah,
I
Patrick
have-
Peterson and those guys. They're gonna
I
keep
think
him in line.
that is the perfect place for a
to
player
put
like
him.
him.
Yeah,
This is a
yeah,
guy who has
exactly.
like off the field concerns. You put him with Patrick Peterson. You put him with like Tyrann Mathieu, and you put him in that system, and like they've seen they can thrive. Those guys
Calais
can really
Campbell,
thrive.
he's a scary
Yeah.
man.
And-
Calais
oh,
Campbell's a scary man.
You have that. You have Laramie Tunsil going to the Dolphins. Which,
That was an awesome. I think he's,
Steal of the decade.
I don't want to say decades, but I mean, steal in the
I'm
draft
telling you,
definitely.
dude, nah, dude,
If
decade.
he-
mean, like,
He is going to
if
be
you're-
like Jason Peters good.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
if you're
and they got him at 13.
If
I
you're
thought
Adam
the Bears
Gase-
should have got him.
I thought so
They-
too, man.
if you're
when
Adam,
they traded up,
with-
when I found out they were trading up, I was like, they're getting him.
They're getting
Laramie
Laramie
Tunsil.
Tunsil,
It
yeah.
happened,
You know,
and then it didn't. I was like,
and
oh.
Leonard Floyd.
I'm like,
yeah.
if you're Adam Gase, like what a move as your first
Pick.
as a head coach in the NFL. You get Laramie, like, and don't get me wrong, someone, you know, someone hacked his
Yeah, let's not- let's not- the
someone
elephant
hacked,
in the
like
room.
someone did like I don't like he. Someone
But the
hacked his
thing is,
someone hacked his social media. They posted up a video of him, you know,
Probably his ex,
Smoking
probably a
out of a gas.
girlfriend.
smoking
Probably
over
a
gas
girlfriend
or
something
st- or
like
But
st-
that
or
video,
his
that video
stepdad.
looks very old. Like it looks
It
like
looks
he's
super old.
Like
And
he
it's-
looks very young in that
and it's,
video. And like
and then you
people
have
do things when they're young that they don't like either regret or they want it. Like, but just like
it's that, and you have, you know, the lawsuit. His stepfather is suing him, and it's like that one makes no sense. And you have the
text to the coach about
the
the,
tech,
the
like,
electric bill.
yeah, his like
Man,
him,
that is
him,
that looks
him,
bad
like him
for
asking,
NCAA.
Yeah.
him
The
asking
fact
this-
that he has to text his coach for money for the electric bill for his mom, like that's why these players deserve to get something.
Exactly.
Like these guys can't even like they go to college
least
and
get
like
entry-level
they
salary.
leave these
Yeah.
they leave their like families back home where like, you know, come from bad situations where
And
they
it's
don't have a
like
lot
you
of things. And his mother can't even pay to pay her electric bill.
And it's like you have the NCAA, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Like they don't treat these kids like kids; they treat them like a business. And it's
They
like,
treat them
and,
like
it's
toys.
sad that, you know, when switch over to college basketball for a minute, like when Shabazz Napier was at UConn, he couldn't afford to keep food in his room or go to like go to their cafeterias to eat. It's insane that he openly, Laramie Tunsil openly admitted, like, yeah, I took, you know, $350 from my coach to help my moms pay the light bill. I'm not ashamed of that.
No, not at all.
I'm not ashamed of
Not
that.
at all. I wouldn't
And
be
it's-
ashamed of it either.
And
But the problem is that now the NCAA is going to be investigating Ole Miss because of it,
cares?
because it's technically a violation. You're not
Who
technically
cares?
allowed to do things
Who
like
cares?
this.
Who
So
cares?
what?
It's technically,
so what? They're
get these kids,
They're
kids
taking
Something.
so much
Just
away
give them
from
something.
these kids.
Something. Because you got like we were talking about earlier, a lot of these kids come from bad situations where like, you know, like this is like their
Like a
own-
Jahab
like this
or-
is like almost like for a lot of these families they're taken out.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is
It's
it.
absurd. It's absurd that the college coaches are getting millions of dollars, and the kids are getting what, a full ride scholarship to a job that they are
And some of
promised to
them-
get if they come from Ole
And
Miss.
some of them still
for-
can't afford college with that scholarship. Like it's.
And I also really like the Jalen Smith pick. I like the Miles Jack pick. I love seeing guys like that who seemed like really good kids who had like just had an injury, so like they were like derailed a little bit. But like I'd like to see them to get drafted.
And you can say the same thing when Scooby Wright comes off the board, the linebacker from Arizona, who was a destined top first 3-round pick, and now like he had a bad knee injury, and now the draft's still going on, so I don't know if he's like we don't know if he's
Yeah,
been taken.
we can find out
or
later.
not, but. One of my other still other drafts is Braxton Miller going to Houston.
No way, man!
Yes.
Come on, dude.
Yes.
He's only played one season as receiver, as a wide receiver. He's not. You can't play quarterback in the NFL.
It's not his.
Like,
no,
unless he becomes like Antoine Randall L.
It's not his fault that he. Truth be told, Urban Meyer underutilized him at Ohio
Yeah,
State.
I'll give you that. They didn't
So it's
utilize
like-
him as much as they
so
thought they
it's
would.
like, but it's like it's.
But
so,
he only had one drop actually for every pass that's thrown him. One drop
and
is.
he had I think 32 or 33 catches and
Yeah, one drop.
Okay,
Yep.
really.
That's really impressive. Like
really-
that's
and
nice.
because of his versatility,
You can do a lot.
You can
with the
do a
Braxton.
lot. Like
you can line him up all over the field.
he can be like
His ball skills are bar none.
He can be a Julian Edelman of sorts. Like
I think
because Julian.
I think Antoine Randall is going to be his.
Well, both players.
but that's they got rings.
like,
Antoine Randall's got a ring.
And both
Julian
both players played quarterback in college. Like
Mm-hmm.
Antoine Randall was a quarterback at Indiana. Julian Edelman was a quarterback at Kent State.
Yeah, but let me tell y'all something right now. Those two guys didn't play quarterback at that level.
They still do trick plays.
Yeah,
and
Braxton
play-
Miller was
They
like.
didn't play quarterback at the level Braxton Miller played. 2-time Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year.
3-year
That-
starter, too.
The dude was a beast at quarterback.
Heisman
Let's
Trophy.
not put
Yeah,
that
he was like
on
30,
that.
he was like
He
36
a
and
monster.
36 and 4 as a
He
starter.
was a
Heisman
really,
candidate,
really,
too.
really good quarterback, and
So-
I guarantee, like he may not, he can't play quarterback because of his shoulder. Really,
Yeah.
he would, honestly, if his shoulder was perfectly fine,
He's a
we wouldn't be
quarterback.
talking about. He's a quarterback. He's a quarterback coming into draft. He's probably going to be a first. He's still going to be a top 3 pick. Because he has an
You
arm.
mean first
he had
3-round pick?
First 3-round pick. Yeah, he wouldn't get picked first round.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think
He
so.
won't get picked first round because he's 5'11". Yeah, he's fast, but I mean, you just got concerns about some of the decision making.
I mean, if he was to play quarterback, like Fisher was, he was to play quarterback, like whatever team took him, they would have to give him like the Russell Wilson treatment.
Yeah.
Like, a lot,
Definitely.
like, a lot of rollouts,
I don't
a
think
lot
he's
of
just-
shots.
I think Braxton Miller would have been a stud. I
don't
think he's
think
gonna
so.
be a stud.
So
in
we're
the
gonna
NFL,
we're gonna
period.
transition over
No,
to our teams.
Wait. First of all, before
Okay.
we transition to our teams, I want to talk about the Paxton Lynch, Denver quarterback.
Okay.
I called
Okay.
it. I just
Denver
want to
Broncos.
say.
What do you think
I
about
just
that?
want to say I called it.
I
I'm
like
with
it.
it.
I like
He's
it.
day one starter.
I'm in.
Day one starter.
If they can get somebody, no, I don't think he should be the
Are
day
you
one
mad
starter.
that they picked him over Christian Hackenberg?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I didn't want Chris Hackenberg to go there. I wanted Chris Hackenberg to be a Bear. I wanted to root for him. I wanted to get his jersey. I wanted to wear it and then have it around. No,
You're in something. TJ is about to his head's about to blow up on the set here because he can't believe this guy is just saying,
Chris
he's been
Hackenberg
saying
is
it all
he's
year.
gonna be so good. Like I'm
Wow.
going to hate.
So how does this go from Paxton? I think Paxton Lynch is going to be a good fit for them.
I don't think he should start day one.
He's
I
he's not going to
I
start.
think they
day
should
one.
either
Mark
like
Sanchez is better.
the Broncos should find a way to get like Fitzmagic and like have Fitzmagic play for one season or like
they
Brian
should, they
Hoyer.
should just keep Mark Sanchez because
No,
they're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball more than pass the ball.
Get Fitzmagic for one season.
Mark Sanchez is an adequate quarterback.
Fitzmagic.
He's adequate. He's adequate. You put him with the defense. Put him with that
He
stellar defense.
did go to the
that
AFC
just won a Super Bowl.
Championship 2 years
Hey,
in a row.
That defense went to the
that
AFC
defense-
Yeah, but
Championship
that
2 years
defense
in a row.
is just
Super Bowl.
that defense is just as good.
The defense won the Super Bowl.
And this Denver defense is probably better than that Jet defense that went to the AFC
Tell
Championship
us
game.
he went to the AFC champion, like he led them to the AFC.
You can make the same thing about Peyton Manning. Did Peyton Manning go to the Super
No,
Bowl, or
the
did that
defense won the
defense?
Super Bowl. The defense won the Super Bowl. That's why I'm saying
But
I'm
it's
not worried
Peyton
about Mark
Manning.
Sanchez.
It's Peyton Manning. Like
We're not worried
I would
about Mark
take, I would
Sanchez.
take,
I'm not
I
worried
would
about
taking Peyton Manning his last year over Mark Sanchez, like last year.
You're right.
Any day.
I definitely agree with you.
I would take I would take Peyton Manning at his worst over Mark
I would
Sanchez
definitely
at his best.
I'll take
That's-
Peyton Manning on
That's
his last
how
legs.
terrible he is.
I'll take Peyton Manning definitely on his last legs and Mark Sanchez at his best any day of
Thank
the week.
you.
Any day of the week. But yeah, Mark Sanchez,
And for
he'll
that
be
being
okay.
said, Paxton Lynch should be the day one starter.
I think there's
Over
more
Sanchez.
I think-
All right, so Packers. How do you think the Packers did?
I think the Packers did okay. They bolstered their line.
If you
know,
had to
they
give
got
them a grade,
I have to give them a grade. I'll give them a B.
No
I'll give 'em a
inside
B.
linebacker.
Yeah, they didn't get linebackers. They didn't get any like defensive backs. But you know what? They got B.J. Rogers gonna be out for he's gonna be gone for
He's
the
on
year.
hiatus.
He's
He's
retired.
retired.
I
No,
mean,
he's on hiatus.
He's on hiatus for a
He
year.
didn't retire.
He just said
He's
he
on
just said he's
hiatus.
gonna take a
sabbatical
year off.
or something.
I heard.
Yeah,
I
so-
thought you.
Yeah, they make it sound like
so
he's
they
on
got
hiatus.
Kenny
Like,
Clark.
I don't know what that
So
is.
Kenny
No,
Clark,
like-
Kenny Clark
so
is a
did he,
solid
like,
pick.
come
at
back?
defensive
No,
end.
they could have gotten somebody else. They
Kenny
could have
Clark
gotten
is a solid pick.
they got the guy from Louisiana Tech. They could have taken Robin Kindici at the tackle.
They don't need Robert Kimdichie.
You just lost B.J. Raji. You need Robert Kim.
You know, but he's not gonna fill he's not gonna be a whole filler though, like a Kenny Clark is. Kenny Clark's a wide body. Robert Kimdichie, first of all, is a top 10 talent.
Yeah.
And because his off the field issues have brought him down, but that is an absolute steal for the Cardinals every year.
We're not talking about the Cardinals.
get
We're talking about the
steals.
Packers.
Okay, we're talking about the Packers. I didn't want Robert Kimdichie because
Then they should
I
have
think that
taken
I think
Reggie.
they did
They
good
should have
with
taken
the
Reggie
defensive
Ragland
tackle.
then. Reggie Ragland would have been a 10-year inside linebacker for the Packers. He's really that good.
I like the offensive lineman from Indiana that they got. He's regarded as one of the best at his position in the nation.
Yeah,
I
you
like
guys-
Spriggs. He's gonna be solid.
You
for
guys
them
have a
at the
free
line.
agent. I think you're both left tackles. Or
I
you're right
think
and left tackle.
Bakhtiari is it David
Free agent
Bakhtiari is a
next
free
year.
agent
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah,
So,
they plan for the future.
Those are
But-
holes you
Jason
need
But
to
the thing
fill.
is, like, you still
Jason
like,
Spriggs,
like
he's gonna be a good
if you had
lineman.
gotten an inside linebacker, you could have moved Clay Matthews to the outside, like where he belongs. And now you have to keep Clay Matthews inside, and like it hurts your whole
Free
defense.
agency isn't over with yet, is it?
It's over.
It's over.
It might as well be.
It might as well be.
They're not getting anybody.
I
Like
mean,
they're not going to get this gem inside linebacker who's going to start for them day one. But now,
Well, you know what? That's why we have 7. I mean, they could
That's why
find
you
a
have-
gem, a diamond in the rough, the 6th, 7th round. The Packers do
Or
it all the
undrafted.
time. They do it all the time. We see it year after year.
Or
but it
undrafted.
doesn't matter because as long as they got number 12 under center, they're always going to be in contention to go to the playoffs year after year.
Well, ain't that the truth?
Yes.
How about the Bears?
I'm happy so far. I
If you
mean,
got to give them a grade,
a B.
a B.
A B.
I'll give them.
You're
I
okay
will-
with the like trading up to get Leonard Floyd,
Yeah.
like in big picture?
Yeah, I mean, like the whole reason behind that was like they were sitting at 11, like they thought that the Giants were going to take Floyd at 9. I mean, it's for whatever reason. I don't know why would the Giants take him at 9.
They just spent a bunch of money on that same position.
So it's like you trade up to get a Leonard Floyd, like 6'5", 245, 250.
Yeah, he's got all the build to be a good.
The stat that stands out for me is a 4'6", 40.
A little slow.
No.
4'6",
For his
4'6", I
size?
don't know.
For a lot.
For his size? What?
You got
He's covering tight
receivers.
ends
You
and
got
slot
rec-
wideouts.
you got
In this-
receivers
in
running
this-
4'6",
in
40s.
this draft class, you have receivers running that, but that's not the norm for receivers.
It's what?
You usually have wide receivers running like a 4.44. Whatever. All right. Well,
Look, first of all, the Bears,
and we got probably the best guard in the draft in Whitehair.
Chris Whitehair.
Yeah.
Is it Chris Whitehair?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Cody Whitehair.
Cody.
There we go.
Cody Whitehair.
Cody
Yeah, he's gonna
Whitehair.
be a good player. Fill in. Because we lost. I can't remember his name right now.
That was your second round? That was the second
Yeah.
round
That
pick?
was a second round pick.
And who was your third round pick?
We got a cornerback, I think.
Who was it? Who was it?
Third.
Jonathan Bullard.
Oh, yeah.
The DM from Florida, which I really like.
He's gonna be good.
He'll be okay. Yeah, they needed pass rushers, definitely. But honestly, you move up in the draft. Why?
But the thing is,
Leonard Floyd, Laramie Tunsil, you need somebody to protect Jay
I
Cutler.
totally agree with you. We should have taken Tunsil.
And you got those two young running backs. You need somebody to run behind. Go get your perennial Pro Bowler Sherbet, top 2 pick on everybody's draft board. He seemed to slip as that picture kept going throughout the night. I mean, you got to go get this guy. You go get Leonard Floyd. Who you don't. It's going to be a
this is-
project. It's going to be a
this is-
project.
when the
This
Bears
is
first-
John Fox. Like John
When the Bears
Fox
first
is-
traded up,
John
I
Fox
thought for
is a
sure
defensive
they were
coach.
going to get up in Larry Tunsil. Like I was really excited, and then we got Leonard Floyd, and I was a little disappointed.
Yeah.
But I think, big picture, I think he's going to be a good player.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Like I don't know if he really has. I don't think he has like a legitimate position in the NFL. I
He's
don't
a
think,
linebacker.
I don't
He
think
went over this.
They can use him like a
I don't-
Jamie
I don't think-
Collins
he's
in
a
New
linebacker.
England.
I don't
Like
think he's
Jamie
as good as
Collins.
that.
He's a
You
linebacker.
don't think he's as good as Jamie Collins?
I don't know.
You could see him like a Jamie Collins.
He's a linebacker.
We'll
He's
see.
He's
We'll see
outside
what
linebacker.
happens.
You got to play like a 3-4 scheme with him.
He's very raw,
Bears
so we'll
have
see.
a three-
Like
they run a
yeah,
3-4.
yeah. So, you know,
yeah, we'll see what happens. So real quick, so the Raiders are thinking about moving their team to Vegas.
I'm
not
with it.
good. No,
I'm with it. It's different.
Nope.
It's-
Oh wait.
I think
Can I
that
say
the
something?
silver and black
to
work.
wrap the draft?
Yeah.
Congratulations to Illinois native Laquan Treadwell for being drafted.
Cremoni.
Cremoni went to the Vikings, number 21 overall.
I think that's a great pick. for
Great
us, by
pick,
the way.
yes.
Yeah, you combine him with Stephon Diggs, that's
Yeah.
going to be dynamic.
So
Adrian Peterson, like their
congratulations to
offense should be a lot
Laquan
better next season.
Yeah. They should throw
Congratulations
more.
to Laquan
Receivers
Treadwell.
should have more than 2 touchdowns altogether.
Let's hope. Or not hope, for the Bear fans' sakes.
Yeah.
The Packer fan.
So Vegas, sorry to cut you off, sir.
Yeah, I mean Vegas. Like I don't think that's ever going to happen. Like I just think there's too many pitfalls with having a team in Vegas.
The owner of
Like it's not even the gambling stuff. It's like everything else.
The owner of the Raiders said he's willing to pay $500 million for a stadium in Vegas.
Just move back to LA. Come on. Why are you moving to Vegas, man?
I think they should stay in Oakland. They should stay in the Coliseum. Even though it's
yeah,
a rundown.
Oakland's booming now. I mean, you got
No.
Golden State Warriors there.
Then they
Come
should
on.
get their own stadium. I don't like the fact that they have to share the stadium with
Yeah.
the Athletics.
I think the Athletics are they building like some mega structure.
The Oko Coliseum is a.
It's a dump.
I don't want to. Yeah, I was gonna use another word, but I can't use it on this air.
No. Let's keep it PG.
Yeah, let's keep it
It's
PG.
terrible.
It's a dump. It's a waste
It's
dump.
a bad stadium.
It's a terrible stadium. I mean, whew,
I'm
it's
like-
worse than what Wrigley was
before the renovations.
before the renovations. Have you ever been to Wrigley's bathrooms?
Before the renovations.
All right, well, we're talking about the bathrooms at Wrigley Field. All right, so we're going to transition over to the NBA.
Worse than the vet.
No way.
Yes, it's worse than the vet. Worse than the old vet.
Even with
I'm
the
telling-
stands, they used to like wave back.
Wave.
and-
They did. There's like cracks in the foundation at the
Yeah.
Oko Coliseum.
You used to be able, if you, in veterans, used to be if you stomped, you could actually like feel like the stadium start to buckle.
Nice.
That's what people said about that.
Oh my goodness, that's so scary.
Yeah, they could feel the stadium buckle like while they were like on the
God,
stands and
no.
stuff, like before they built the new stadium.
Oh my gosh, it's
So,
so scary.
so we're gonna switch over to the NBA playoffs. So injuries have really changed the landscape, especially in the Western Conference.
Wow,
So
yes.
we have Stephen Curry, who he sprains his MCL, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, this is gonna be the Clippers. This is their
LeBron
chance.
curse.
This is their year." The same day, they lose Chris Paul for the season, and then they lose Blake Griffin for the season. Within 3 minutes of each other, and it was like their season just ended. And now that they're gonna have to blow up that, they're gonna have to do something with that roster.
Let me tell you something. Last night, I saw something that was amazing. Austin Rivers played his butt off.
He played a
with
ton
a
of minutes.
broken, with a eye was
His eye was
swollen
practically
shut. He needed
shut.
stitches, and he had what was it, 20?
20 and 11.
21
and 11.
11 and 6 or something like that.
Yeah, but it's
fantastic.
It's very freeing when you have the green light on. When you have the green light always on when you're playing.
Yeah, but I
if you
think
don't have any restrictions on your game,
I think
you don't have
Doc
Chris
holds
Paul.
him back. I think to be honest, moving forward, I think you get rid of Chris Paul.
No
You
way.
get other people. You
Come on,
keep
dude.
Austin Rivers.
Chris Paul's a top 5 player in the league.
Yeah,
And if you're Portland,
I
it's
saw
like,
something from
if you're
Austin Rivers
Portland
last night.
If you're Portland, those last 2 closeout games were relatively close.
I love Portland.
Even after the injuries. If you're Portland, I would hope and pray that you are able to beat a team when their top 2 players go down. You're supposed to beat that team.
This is we're talking that Portland wasn't going to be able to beat the Clippers even if they had Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. All those games were close.
They were.
Even the game, the series was still going to be tied up 2-2 regardless if Chris Paul and Blake Griffin got injured in that game. And they just cleaned out. They cleared out. Portland is a good basketball team.
They're a good basketball
team. They have one player that's really good, and they have a
budding
subpar
all-star,
player. And then they got a bunch of guys that are throwaways on other teams that are scrappy and want to play hard.
Mason Plumlee?
Got dimes.
It's Mason Plumlee? Got dimes. Mason Plumlee has dimes. They were using him as a point center, like a Joakim Noah type of guy on their end of the team.
The ball.
Terry Stotts is a great
Should have been coach of the year.
He should have been coach of the year.
Should have been coach of the year.
I think Steve Kerr, that basketball team would have won 70 games if he hadn't been there or not.
Yeah.
Regardless of the coach.
But it's like
Terry Stotts able to will this basketball team into the playoffs and to win a first round
They were
matchup.
talking about, hey, let's get a lottery.
But like I'm saying,
David Lillard was having none of that.
I went on Twitter, when I was at work, I went up and down on Twitter, my Twitter feed, and I'm just seeing Portland Trailblazer fans just going crazy. I'm all I wanted to tweet so bad. It's the Clippers lost their best 2 players. You were supposed to beat them. Don't pump your head up because you beat the Clippers. We were supposed to be a lottery team. Now we going to the second round. Okay, good. Y'all made the playoffs. That's good. Hats off to you for that. But don't get all crazy because you beat the Clippers without their best 2 players.
Golden State's gonna lose a game or 2.
I think so too.
They're gonna lose. First of all,
if
Golden
Steph
State is gonna lose.
I think Portland can beat. I think
they're probably gonna be down 2-0.
Even if they had Steph Curry,
I wouldn't go that crazy.
Even
I'm gonna go that
if they had
crazy.
Steph Curry, I think Portland would still give them trouble because Portland gave them trouble in the regular season. They were one of the 9 teams to beat them.
I mean,
and Damian Lillard could really balls out against Steph Curry. Balls out. Damian Lillard don't play around.
Okay,
exactly.
Let's be real. Portland did hand Golden State their worst loss of the season, but
By 30.
But the 3 wins Golden State did win. They won them by 16 to 20 points. So let's not get
Yeah, but
too
you're talking about this. This is what you're essentially talking about, TJ. The same injury that Jimmy Butler got in the season, Steph Curry's got right now. And you're talking about he's gonna come back. He's talking about I'm gonna come back by May 9th, which is feasible, I guess. But he's not gonna be the same player.
Do they really need him?
He's not gonna be the same.
All he has
do
to
they
do
really
is
need
shoot
him?
the ball.
Do they really need him?
You ain't let me finish.
What?
You didn't let me finish.
Okay, go on ahead. Go on
You
ahead.
ain't let me
TJ.
finish.
Go on ahead,
He
TJ.
doesn't even
Go
have
on
to
ahead.
bring the ball up. All Steph Curry has to do is spot up and pull from 30. That's it. Legit. Really. Come on now. You only Klay Thompson can bring the ball.
I think they're gonna need.
Klay
They're gonna need Steph Curry.
if he comes back on May night, y'all act like Klay Thompson.
What do they
can't
bring
bring
Klay
the ball
Thompson
up.
as small forward? They
This
put
is
Sean
what you're
Livingston at the point
expecting, TJ.
and have Steph Curry play the 2.
Dub fans.
Thank you, David.
Everybody in the NBA. And
Steph,
TJ,
just shoot the ball.
And TJ, everybody is expecting Steph Curry to come off this knee sprain. You're talking about rushing him back from the knee sprain.
Mm-hmm.
You're rushing him back from the knee sprain. He's really supposed to be out a month. He's coming back in 2 weeks.
If the man say he ready, he ready.
Look, you're rushing him off a knee
This is
sprain,
the
and
same
you're
guy.
expecting him to guard Damian Lillard.
He's
on
not
going to
guard
Clay-
him.
Clay Thompson.
Clay guards him.
You're expecting him to guard C.J. McCollum on the other
No,
side.
no. You put Harrison.
You're
Barnes.
expecting him
Or
to
you-
guard
or you-
Al
or you-
Farouk Aminu?
Yeah.
Come on,
Al Farouk
you-
Aminu is
how
a
many
scrub.
times
It's
are you
Al
gonna hide this guy?
Al Farouk Aminu is a scrub.
How many times
dude.
are you gonna hide Steph Curry? How many times are you gonna hide
Okay,
Steph Curry?
let's.
You can't hide him to
okay.
center.
They only
Hey,
have
hey.
two good players.
Hey,
Portland has
let-
two
let-
players that are legitimate. The
let-
rest of
let
them
me-
all
let
get
me-
lucky every
let me
night.
telegraph
Like
this
the
way.
fact that they make shots is like a
Let me
miracle.
telegraph
Alan
this way.
Krabs been making
Who's
shots.
their power
Gerald
forward? Who's their
Henderson's
power
been
forward?
making
Who
Let me-
starts the
shots.
power
let me
forward? for
tell
You
you
got
this
Noah
way.
Vonleh off the bench.
Let me
Terrible.
I know, but you still look,
Yo,
you got Plumlee,
Izzy.
who's been playing out of his mind this
Izzy.
playoff.
Yeah, Andrew Bogut.
Is he? If they put Steph on Al Farouk Aminu, this is instead of
Al Farouk Aminu is not a good basketball player.
It's-
Farouk Aminu has been lighting it up against
I'll
the
lighten it
Clippers.
up.
He's been lighting it up.
He had 2 years where he was basically invisible, and then he
He
basically
was lighting it up. He
Yo.
lighted it up
He's
the
like
last
the
two
left eye was
games.
invisible.
Last
Bro.
2 games he lit it up.
Al
Last
Farouk
2 games
Aminu-
he lit it
Nah,
up.
dude, nobody lights anything up.
He's the type of player like if he gets a point guard on him, he's still gonna fade away on the shot instead of backing the point guard down. That's the type of player he is. That's what he would do against Steph Curry.
And Maurice Harkless starting. I think Maurice Harkless will probably be their starting power forward.
Like
He's not a
legit,
starting power forward.
like legit, like he has a good 6, 7, maybe 8 inches on Steph
Well,
Curry. He's gonna fade away on Steph Curry instead of just backing him down. That's the type of player he is.
So who do you think wins the series?
Golden State.
I'm gonna take Golden State too, but I think it's gonna be 6 games. I think
Safe
this is-
bet, go Golden State 6 or 7. But come on, man, you guys are expecting Steph Curry to rush himself back from a knee injury to try and play at a high level against a Portland team who's not injured, who's healthy, who's got a lot of confidence. They just knocked off the number 4 seed. Come
Without
on.
their best player.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my
It
God.
doesn't matter. They still beat
It
them. They
does
still
matter.
They
This-
still
this-
close them
this
out.
is
They
the
didn't
thing.
close them
This is
out.
the
We keep
problem.
talking about Portland is not a good team because they didn't close out the Clippers. They were supposed to close them out. Exactly. They were supposed to close them out. They were sharks and they
So
smelled
why are
blood
they-
in the
so why
water.
are they
And that's what.
Listen. Portland
That's
has
what they did.
one really good player, and they have one borderline all-star player, and then they got a bunch of guys that are just kind of like throwaways from other people's rosters that nobody wanted.
And how
And,
about,
like,
what about
and-
Golden
like,
State
I'm
a couple
serious.
years ago? What are
do
you
mean?
talking
What do
about?
you
Golden
mean?
State a
No,
couple
this is
years ago.
totally
You guys
different.
didn't
This
even.
is totally
you guys
different.
didn't
This is
even.
a totally
nobody
different. They had
even-
Leandro
nobody could've
Barbosa, they had Andre Iguodala, they had
Nobody-
Sean. These guys were
nobody could've-
throwaways from other people's rosters.
2 years
These
ago.
are all-stars.
No, nobody. All
Leandro
stars
Barbosa
used
won
to
Sixth
be
Man
all
of the Year.
stars.
2 years
You could-
ago.
That 2-3 years ago.
2 years
last-
ago, Golden State was still a 50-win team.
No, with Mark Jackson, yeah, but they weren't. They
Had
weren't
Andre
those.
Iguodala. They had these guys that were like
First
proven
of
players
all,
elsewhere.
Under
It's
Mark
not like we were talking
First
about
of
like
all,
Maurice
we weren't
Harkless who
talking
never
about-
did nothing
you guys,
anywhere.
I'm sick and
Well,
tired of you guys
Alfred
talking about.
Aminu.
I'm sick
Never
and
did
tired of
anything.
everybody talking about Golden State, like because they won a championship last year. Okay, yes, like they're the best team in the world. Like they are. Obviously, they got a lot of wins. But look at all those guys. Leandro Barbosa. This is like the first time like in a long time that he's played relevant basketball. Sean Livingston, first in a long time since the Phoenix Suns days. Leandro Barbosa has not played relevant basketball.
Barbosa has been a healthy
Livingston.
contributor on every team he's been on. I'm
Yeah.
just throwing that out there.
No,
But
no, he
continue.
hasn't been. He hasn't played relevant basketball
Continue.
since the Phoenix Suns. His other team that he played for? What was the last team he played for before Golden State? Those teams probably didn't even make the playoffs. If
I
I'm not,
can't even
I
name
can't
the
even
team.
remember. You can't remember because you don't know.
It's been so long ago. Like, but yeah,
Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston had an unfortunate injury.
Journeyman.
Yeah, but he had an unfortunate
Yeah.
injury.
This was a
really
first-round draft
unfair
pick.
to judge him like this.
First round draft.
And
He's a
Andre
journeyman.
Iguodala was like arguably
He
one
was
of the
a
better
fir-
players in the league in the Eastern Conference for a long
Sean
time.
Livingston was a first-round draft pick that had like the worst
Andre
knee
Iguodala
injury in
never
the
made an
history
All-Star
of knee
team.
injuries. And they were talking about Sean Livingston's career
Andre
could have been
Iguodala never
over.
made an All-Star team.
Yes, he did.
Livingston's career could have been over because of the leg injury. The fact that he's a journeyman is because of that injury. It's not his
And not to
fault.
mention, he's only played on like really 3 teams since the injury. I mean, he was on like Brooklyn.
I don't
and
know.
now
Look
he's
it up.
here.
I don't think
Minnesota.
Iguodala's ever made an All-Star team. I don't think
It would
he's ever-
shock me to think
No,
that.
I don't think
It would
he's.
shock me
I don't
to-
think he's ever made an All-Star team.
It would
He's
shock
never
me
made
if
an
he
All-Star
didn't-
team.
if he didn't
Not
make
even
one.
when he was on Philly. He never
I think
made one.
he-
He in
no way.
Denver, he never made one.
I think he was in Philly. He had to have made
He had to
one.
make one.
In
He
Philly,
never made one. Never made one. I don't think he's.
I find
don't
that
think
hard to
he never
believe.
made
I
one.
think
all
you're-
those
I don't
guys,
know.
all those guys. You're talking about Draymond Green, second round pick. You couldn't expect Andrew Bogut, torn shoulder. He can't even. He was a stud before he hurt his shoulder or his elbow, and he can't shoot free throws right now. Come on, man. You couldn't. Who's the guy that comes off the bench with the ball? What's his name? From Florida.
Brandon Rush.
Spates.
Maurice Spates,
Come on.
more money.
Come on.
Hey, Spates got
Come on,
game.
come
Yeah, more
on.
money
These guys-
balling.
These
Spates
guys,
got
you put them on
game.
other teams. Come on. These guys,
Space was in Philly.
But yeah, but
Space
you can't make the same argument for the people that are on
So
the
you
Portland
can't
Trailblazer
say-
team because
Yes,
those
you
guys
can.
were never anything. Like
can.
those guys never even played.
Yes,
Maurice
you
Harkless
can.
couldn't even find minutes. Noah
Yes, you
Vonleh
can.
was terrible.
Alvin
You-
Kamara was
I'm
part-
just saying, don't sit up here and say, hey, they only got 2 really good players, and the other surrounding players are a bunch of journeymen that can't do
right,
it.
but
that's
the same
true.
thing that Golden
No,
State is.
it's not the
That's
same at all.
thing
It's not
that
the same
they
at all.
are.
It's not the same at
yes,
all.
it is. They got 2 really good players, and everybody around them is pretty much average besides Draymond Green.
You're being absurd.
Without
So we're gonna
Stephen Curry.
switch over to
Wait,
Luke Walton.
Before we switch, if you put any one of those Golden State bench players on Portland, they are starters. Iggy is a starter. Livingston is a starter.
Not Livingston.
Well, maybe not Livingston. Space is definitely a starter
Okay.
because Portland has
How about,
no front court.
How about let's talk about Portland with Aldridge, Batum, and Wesley Matthews with C.J. McCollum.
that's
and Damian Lillard.
irrelevant now.
I know it's irrelevant, but you
Why?
can't.
That's
but I'm
irrelevant now.
But I'm saying though, those guys wouldn't start over those guys,
That's-
right?
but that's
that was
but they weren't even on the
they got
roster
rid
last
of, they
season.
let those
That's
guys go because
irrelevant now.
it was a rebuild year. They're expecting to get better players next season at those positions.
But they
We'll
didn't.
see.
But they didn't.
They didn't this year because they wanted to get a lottery pick, but obviously Damian Lillard wasn't having none of that. He's just like, I'm willing my team to the playoffs.
Fact
You
of the-
guys, I'm just saying, you
the
guys
fact of
can't
the matter,
say.
the fact of the matter is, Golden State goes 10 deep. 8 of those guys, like
8 of those guys were like
Awesome.
really good players elsewhere. They had Andre Iguodala was a good
Thank
player. Leandro Wilson was the 6th man of the year.
Thank you.
And they had Sean Livingston, who if he hadn't had that terrible injury, could be like the next Magic.
thank you.
Like he had that kind of potential when he came out of high school.
And,
I'm
mo-
just saying,
and
don't
most
say-
players can get you 10 and 10 easily.
He could
just
start
saying,
on a lot of teams in
I'm
the
just
Thank
saying,
you.
don't say that Portland.
better
has
than
a
Joakim
team.
Noah.
Portland
Yes.
is a team. Portland is a. Who's better than Joakim Noah?
Mo Money Spates.
Mo Money Spates is not better than Joakim Noah.
I won't do that.
Joakim Noah's injured. Are you
Oh,
serious? Come
all
on.
right.
Moving on.
Mo Money only got a jump shot. Can he defend?
Yes, he
switch?
can.
Yes, he can.
He
He
can't
can.
switch out on point guards. He can't switch out on shooting
Neither
guards.
can Joakim Noah anymore.
Yes, he can. When he was
Moving
was
on.
stud, he was
Luke
a
Walton.
defensive. He was top
So-
5 in MVP voting. Has
Luke
Mo
was-
Money ever been that? Come on, man. You guys
I
are
don't think
upset.
enough
You guys
minutes.
can't sit up here and say that. You guys can't sit up here and say that. 2
Luke
players
Walton.
from Portland, 2 players, and then everybody else is a
Luke
journeyman. It's the same thing with Golden State, man.
It is not.
So
Come on, it's
Luke
the same
Walton,
thing.
Luke Walton got
Yes, it
hired
is.
because
Come
of
on.
what he
Luke
did
Walton.
with Golden State.
Yeah,
Luke Walton.
right.
So is he a good coach and is that a good job?
Not a good job. He's a good coach.
I think that's a terrible job.
Not a good job. He's a good coach.
I don't think anybody was going to go
That's
there.
all I'm gonna say.
You say not a good job. What you say? How'd you say?
I say it's not a good job. I,
Not a
don't,
No,
good
like,
job, but
how-
he's a
how-
good coach.
I think he's an all right coach.
Not a
I
good
think
job,
he
but he's a
maybe
good
he
coach.
just I think
I
he's
think-
benefited by having Steph Curry on his roster
Yeah,
to
he
coach
like
him.
he. Okay, so like this.
I don't think he's as good as Alvin Gentry, who went to coach New Orleans.
He needs like no for Luke Walton, like it was good for him to finally. I'm happy that he finally got his own. Like you said,
Finally,
finally.
he's only been out of the league for like 2 seasons. Like
No, he's been out of the league long.
he's 36.
He sat on the field, like he was a part of that that last.
No, he
that-
was
that-
on that
No,
roster.
he wasn't. That last who were on the field,
He's
he
only
was.
36 years old. He's only been retired for like
No,
3 seasons, 4
no,
seasons
he
at
hasn't.
most.
No, he hasn't. He was a bench warmer.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't mean he's still in the league. Just
No,
because you're on the bench doesn't mean you're, like, you're just
no,
like.
you're technically retired.
Oh,
so,
stop it.
So he sat on the
That's
field. and-
disrespectful.
Okay, like when was the last time Luke Walton like lit up a scoreboard?
That's funny.
Yeah,
Never?
he's Arizona was the last time he lit up.
High school.
Exactly.
Arizona
So,
when he was
exactly.
when he
My
was playing
point.
with Bobby. When he was playing, I think it was it might have been Mike Bibby and Bobby
Like,
Jackson.
My point
no, not Bobby
exactly.
Jackson. He came from
So like
Minnesota.
you learn under Phil, like then you go to
The Jet.
You go to Golden State.
Jason
you learn
Terry.
under Steve Kerr and his bevy of coaching staff. Like he was on that coach staff with Alvin Gentry, with
Yeah.
Monty Williams. Like he learned from some of the best coaches in the NBA, and it's like for him to go to the Lakers, like which, I mean, like it's not a not a dream job, but it's the Lakers. Like it's the name.
First of all, he won rings there.
It's like
Yeah.
He won rings there.
3
He was a bench.
he sat on
he was
the bench.
he was a bench
Still-
contributor.
he's
He was
still
a
like-
contributor on those teams, though. TJ, come on, he was a bench.
What did he
contributor.
do?
He was a bench
He
contributor.
got Kobe Water. That's
No,
what he did.
Luke Walton.
Luke
Luke
Walton,
Walton
let's not be
played on
disrespectful.
those.
Luke Walton is a
He
bench
played.
player.
He was a
was
backup. He was a backup.
It wasn't
to
like he wasn't
Ron
like
Artest.
Adam
He was a
Morrison.
backup. He was a backup to Trevor
legit-
Ariza.
You want to know something? There was a time where Luke Walton was talked about. The only reason he's in the NBA is because of his father, Bill. that's how he was talked about.
I mean,
Like, really.
He was contributing on those Laker teams that won a title. Like, it wasn't like he was Adam Morrison out there.
no, he was a backup to Trevor Ariza, and he was a backup to Ron Artest. Come on,
Yeah.
easily. Come on, you can't say he just gave
So
cold
he was
water.
a, he was a backup to the backup.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
He was a
moving
backup
on.
to the no.
No,
he was a backup.
and
Trevor Ariza was a starter.
And he
the
was
first-
on those
they-
first 3 Laker teams that won titles, not the second 2. Fairly certain that's the thing.
Anyway, but
No,
like it's
was it?
like
no,
like
no,
you-
no, he wasn't on the first 3.
Anyway,
he was on the
you
last
said
2.
like you said he
He was on
benefited.
the last 2. He
It's
wasn't
the
on
other
the
way
first 3.
You said he benefited
We
from.
can look it up later. But
He definitely benefited from Steve Kerr's talent, like Steph, Clay, that team. But it's like now you get to see like what he's truly made of. Like you don't have Steph, you don't have Clay, you don't have
He was not
Draymond.
on those first
Like you have to you pretty much have to do
everything.
everything. Like
And he got some
and-
young players he can really mess around with and try to mold, and like Jordan Clarkson and D'Angelo Russell.
you're gonna get
and you can get those guys like
and
see if we
hope-
can, Julius
pray,
Randle.
and pray to God you get one of those
And,
top
and,
three
if, and if they
picks.
end up with a top 3 pick, I mean, they can turn into like Brandon Ingram or
Ben Simmons, or
Dragon Bender.
whatever you feel necessary. But it's like I'm interested to see what kind of system he brings, because like he learned the triangle, but he also learns.
I think like it'd be interesting to see if he incorporates both.
He
Maybe
also-
you can like
yeah.
find a way to incorporate the triangle and like Steve Kerr's full
like
motion
that run-
offense.
I don't
puts
even
him-
know what to call Steve Kerr's offense.
Yeah, I don't know what it
Like-
is. It's exciting to watch. It's very easy basketball. So we're gonna switch over to Game 7s that are tomorrow night, real quick. Who you guys like?
Charlotte.
Charlotte and over Miami. Who do you like, Charlotte or Miami?
I mean, Wade was.
I like Miami a lot.
Wade,
I like
Wade.
purple shirt guy. Sit down.
Wade had purple shirt guy. Like he should have watched, he should have watched the old Reggie Miller highlight tapes of him going back and forth, with Spike Lee, because he didn't help the Hornets in any way, shape, or form. He helped.
That guy was ridiculous.
He helped.
I
Dwayne
can't believe that
Wade.
guy didn't get ejected for the game.
Like he helped Dwayne.
If that's going on in Miami, he's getting ejected.
He helped Dwayne Wade. Like it was like a mirror. It's like when Reggie was going there with Spike. Every time Reggie Miller hit a shot, he looked at Spike. Every time Wade hit a shot, he looked at purple shirt guy, who doesn't even have a. He's just gonna be famous as purple shirt guy
Forever.
Forever. It's just like
But I think Miami's a better team. But I think it could really go either way. I
they
think
can go either way. I mean, like
I think Miami's gonna win.
I mean, like the fact that Charlotte won a game in Miami helps their confidence going back. So like that being like and Miami.
MJ is just looking like.
MJ is a meme every day.
the crying Jordan face.
Yesterday he was just like,
Besides that, MJ has like a wife that's like could be his daughter.
hey, PG show.
yeah,
I know, I was just saying he has a wife that could be his daughter.
Who are you picking? Who are you picking in the game? Who do you like?
I'm taking
Miami.
I'm taking
I'm taking Miami. I
I'm
think
taking
Miami's
Charlotte by 5.
Miami's going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals and probably lose their Cavs.
I'm taking Charlotte by 5.
Just saying, his wife was stunning.
Toronto, Indiana.
Toronto.
They get the best player in the game in the series. Period.
Toronto.
I always go with the best player on the best team.
Views from the 6. Toronto. Drake fronts like Drake.
Paul George is big
Toronto
time.
finally.
Paul George will play every minute if he
Can
has
they win
to.
a series?
No,
Toronto,
they
please?
can't.
Can
Paul
they
George
win a
is
series?
not having it.
I think they have a
Please, can
problem with
Toronto
the
win a
name
series?
Paul. Like who's ever named Paul, like just hurts Toronto. Like Paul Pierce hurts. Like he killed Toronto with that series against Brooklyn. Paul George is killing them now. It's the name Paul. Toronto and the name Paul don't get along.
St. Paul.
I got Indiana.
But I'm going
So
Toronto.
real quick preview of the other 2 series. Spurs Thunder. I think this will be a really good series. Probably the best series of in this playoffs. Maybe.
Can we skip this one and come back to it? Because I'm not.
Yeah, whatever.
You're not ready to talk about Spurs Thunder?
I can't.
We're all ready to talk about Spurs
I can't
Thunder.
make a
Cavs
decision yet.
Hawks. I think Cavaliers probably get it in
Cavs
like
and
5
six.
games.
Cavs are gonna
Cavs and 6.
crush 'em.
Easy.
I don't think
Cavs.
that
I
game.
mean,
I don't think that'll even be close in the series.
Unless Atlanta shoots the way they did the first round, then
My boss-
I don't think it matters.
My Boston pick.
I think it does.
Cleveland can really fly.
I was so
Shoot, they
wrong
can really
about
shoot it.
Boston.
My Boston pick
I was so wrong about
I picked Boston to
Boston.
go to the finals, man. They ain't going
Like, I
nowhere.
was so-
They sitting
like,
on.
I
They
was-
gonna go to the
They ain't
finals.
going to the
They
finals.
watching the finals.
I was so wrong about Boston. Like I was so sure that Isaiah Thomas
You had to be wrong with Charlotte,
just
too.
gonna man, look, don't disrespect me like that.
I'm sorry.
I was so sure that Isaiah Thomas was gonna, this was gonna be like his quote unquote come out party. And like he would like him and I pictured this epic battle with him and Jeff Teague just you know just clashing. It's just like at the end of the day, it's just like
Clash with Dennis Schroeder instead.
yeah. I mean like if you're Boston, like it's definitely something to build on. It's a selling point. Like you went to the playoffs two years in a row. First year you got swept by Cleveland. This year you actually got.
I think they're gonna get somebody in free agency.
Did they won one? They lost in 5, right? No.
Yeah.
Did they lose in 5? Boston.
6.
5, 6.
To
Six.
Which
Six.
team?
The Hawks.
Well,
The Hawks.
They lost.
It was
They
6.
lost in
Okay,
6.
Because they got 2 games in Boston. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. And then like this year you won 2 games. Like this was like your first playoff first playoff win in since what? 2012?
Since Paul Pierce and them. So
Since 20.
yeah, it's been a while.
So 4 years since your last playoff game win.
So who are you picking in the series? though? Cavs, Hawks,
Cavs in 6.
Cavs. I think the Cavs are getting in 5, 6 games. It's not gonna be close.
The only,
Yeah,
the
5
only,
games for
like
the
legit,
Cavs.
the only way Atlanta makes it interesting is if they continue to shoot.
I don't think it'll even
They ain't
matter.
got nobody to
So we're
guard
gonna switch over to
LeBron.
the last
Come on, they don't got
final
nobody to
series.
guard LeBron.
Spurs Thunder. This is gonna be an incredible series.
I got the
And
Thunder
I
in
want
6.
I want whoever wins
Why?
this series
I
to
got
win
the
it all.
Thunder in- I
Why?
got the Thunder in 6.
I got
Why?
OKC in 7.
Why?
They're the best rebounding team.
I think think about the
in the NBA.
best 2 players.
One
in
at a
the
time. One at a
They
time.
have the best rebounding team in the NBA. Enes Kanter, Steven Adams, Serge Ibaka, even Russell Westbrook. At every position, really, they have like the best rebounders.
They have the best 2 players in the series every single night.
And then Kevin Durant, Russell
Period.
Westbrook's going to be too much. Russell Westbrook's going to be too
Kevin
much.
Durant and
for
Russell Westbrook are the 2 best
for
players
Tony
in this
Parker.
series.
I love Kawhi
Kawhi
Leonard.
Leonard's 3, but like the
He's
3rd
awesome.
best. Aldridge
He's
4.
an offensive defensive player, but he's not going to be able to slow down Kevin Durant.
I think it'll be fun to watch
It'll
those
be
2
fun to
go at
watch.
it for 7 games.
Yeah, but they're
Like,
gonna lose. Too much talent is on OKC.
I think
Too
Russell
much
Westbrook
talent.
is just a matchup nightmare for Tony Parker.
Too much talent.
Okay,
too
okay,
much
okay,
talent.
okay, okay. I think I'm ready. All right.
Too much talent.
I know. OKC lost the game to Dallas, which they shouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
I
Ryan
think
Jordan.
Every team that goes through that though.
I'm gonna have to go with the Spurs in 7.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Yeah, that's a good pick too.
I mean,
I love both these teams. I cannot complain if either wins.
Like, don't get me you're right, but don't get me wrong. Like OKC, like they do have the 2 best players in this series, and like I'm still seeing stretches where it's Russ's turn, then it's KD's turn, and if they're both off, can't get a shot. Whereas the San Antonio Spurs, like that, they hurt you as a whole team. It's just like not one person just like they feed the ball to one person. Give me a basket. It's like anyone on the floor can hurt you at any given time for the Spurs. Spurs in 7.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I think the Spurs
Nah, I
offense
can't
is really
disagree
nice.
with
Like
you.
I hope whoever
50-50.
wins this series actually wins the whole thing. Like I really do feel that strongly. Like
50-50,
I love
man.
Oklahoma City and I love San Antonio. If they win the finals, either team,
How
I'm good.
sweet would it be if Golden State got put out in the conference finals?
Yeah, like Oklahoma City or San Antonio, I think it'd be awesome.
Semifinals.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. Get out of here with this. This has been the
City.
Triangle.
Rip
We hope you
City.
guys have enjoyed it. We'll be back our traditional podcast next week. Might be our final episode, so we'll see what happens. So have a good weekend, everyone. Have a great day. Peace out.